Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel in the month of February 2024. Oh my goodness. It's actually beautiful outside. Again, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It's beautiful, beautiful energies. High vibes. So yesterday we had this powerful portal, right? So I'm very tired, exhausted, and I have to go to work. But I have all this confirmation that everything is now happening, transpiring, surfacing, and where we're heading, and the ascension timelines that are here because we're anchoring the cosmic energies, guys, here, right? So again, I know this is not for everybody. I'm very thankful, grateful for those who are watching, whether there's just a couple of you, or dozens of you, because I heard still a couple of years ago that there were not that many of us who is anchoring the cosmic energy. So this is going to be cosmic ascension, cosmic disclosure, right? We have to do transmute the universal shadow because we're dealing with negative aliens with their agenda. So but right now there are like maybe 30 of us who is walking these ascension energies, and we're the targeted individuals. We're the star seeds here from extremely high dimensions. I'm here incarnating those bloodline families, right? The Illuminati, kind of the cabal. Right. So even though in Eastern Europe I didn't do any of these horrible practices like Satanism, Luciferianism, or sodomy. I know that those guys in the military who had that bloodline were horribly abused, violated, tortured, raped, and they are part of that terroristic organizations, those dark projects like SSP and SSP, right? And those military covert operations with extremely highly advanced technologies, guys. So this all needs to be embraced, needs to be acknowledged. That needs to be, talk about. And I experience all that. Okay, I have my own experiences. There's lots of healing. There's journey that you need to embark on, right? Of a self rediscovery, a journey of healing, of and lots of compassion, like lots of forgiveness, that needs to happen. So I have to again reassemble myself. So we already came here as a column of light shining bright, right? And then you are born in these interesting kind of times here on earth, in these very interesting families or dysfunctional families. And me, as I don't know, I was 9, 10 years, I said, these people are not my parents. You see, like, and again, this is not to judge anybody. This is how we think, this is how we operate, right? And I'm here again for the starseeds, for the galactics who then join military, MC, especially MC. I'm dealing with the Marines here, and with the special projects, right? And with DARPA and the whole super soldier project, and those who were kind of in those projects like MK Ultra, Monarch, or Montauk, and then all these in these operations like Scorpio, part of those planetary corporations, right? Those are the Nimberian military bases in the entire solar system, whether in Antarctica, but I talk about the moon, Mars, Saturn, horrible satanic transmissions from Saturn, and you could see it in the Middle East right now. All these horrible genocides happening. So we need to stop that cycle, right? And even Pluto and all these kind of stuff. So we have to be really energetically aligned with the cosmic energies here in order to do the transmutation work to stop the cycle, right? And helping humanity with ascension. So we talk about the cosmic cycle again, turning. We're going back to the ascension timelines, the Kristalla spiral, right? We're going up, the upward spiral, and perfect north, because even we had the wobble at 23.5%, because the negative aliens, they know how to move the orbit of the planets to be always tilted, right? What is it? The tilted tree of life. So we need to be in that corrected tree of life. This is our divine inheritance, the blueprint, right? The 12 strands of DNA, the Katara grid, guys. Very important to connect with the Katara. At least understand the ascension, glossary, and the ascension mechanics. Very important. Study that, and because this is we ended up in their blended reality in this system of running based on mechatronics. Do you see the reversals, the Saturnian kind of Kabbalah of the kind of hybrid Anunnaki Draco faction in the entire solar system and in the entire infrastructure here on Earth, right? All this vampiristic kind of Satan and Luciferian, their empire, right? And involved in, human trafficking and money laundering, drug running, and the political arena or military, right? Even science, media, entertainment industry, like those beautiful souls, or if you want to be artist or famous actor or actress, you have to soul your soul. So it's, and then of course there's awakening, like in the military, those guys, right? They want to be powerful. Yeah, the black the whole black magic. This is a black magic thread. This is a Nephilim so great, right? And then you're awakened and it's like, hey, I want to go home. I want to go be again who I was. I want to be with God. I want to heal myself, and that's why we're here, because so many souls are trapped in that matrix and they're suffering even more, or they already died, or like you see in the Marines, right? How they're being horribly treated, or how they're being hung, and all this suicidal stuff going on, or they're just kicked to the street, nobody cares, and people think, oh, some kind of, Marine or some kind of military and so on, and people don't realize the energies that are behind it and what is being done in the military in those recruitments, and especially then when you're recruited on a dark side of the moon, what they do to you, how they hypnotize you, right? And they disconnect you from who you truly are. So partially, this is my experience, right? I never joined military, but I kind of had these kind of experiences from a school of massage, and in these also military bases. That was St. Mary's, Georgia. And then I didn't realize they're not only my soul siblings, my tribe, but also somebody who is partially Zeta, partially human. He's a Zeta pilot, right? And you're dealing with, these alien races, and with this whole dark cabal and the deep state. And I had no clue with all these projects, and with all the proxy wars with proxy Israel. I had no clue about the Project Paperclip. I had no clue that the US Congress signed contracts with Zetas, right? So here we have historical timeline trigger events. So we can go over some of those notes, because last time I know I talked about the Cosmic Law Evolution Edict. Very important, guys. You can also download it. I have on my website, Cosmic Leadership, but you can go on Ascension Glossary and download it and see where you are, whether on a soul level, or energy level. I mean, galactic level, which is your monadic level, over soul level, right? And this is nothing to be ashamed of, or like being guilty, or just being feared. It is what it is. Like, God is God. We're ascending. And what kind of role are you playing here in this kind of matrix, right? Remember, this is a stage, and we all are actors or actress, and we're playing a role. And you either do it consciously or unconsciously. So important to embrace the unconscious and the darkness. Embrace it, right? Acknowledge it, see it for what it is, and transmute it through the Guardian Ascension Protocol. So tomorrow we have the Unity Meditation, right? I talk about the 12D shielding. Very, very important, guys, right? This is actually on YouTube as Energetic Synthesis, Lisa Renee. You can Google that, or it's only 5 minutes meditation every day, surrounding yourself. It's like your armor of God. For those are targeted individuals, the indigo star seeds, right? Karaya Sata Allah, the armor of God. Very important to have that each and every day, right? And invoke that violet flame. I'm a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires, like healing your soul, body and mind. Very important, guys. And of course, I'm always connected to the Solar Rishi consciousness. They're helping us with the ascension. Those are the cosmic solar dragons, kings and queens, right? They are our original parents, right? And we're connecting to the cosmic heart of Father, Mother, God, and all these portals, right? All these gateways, all being pretty much established, and somebody has to embody it from within, right? Here, walking on that sacred earth that is ascending. We're ascending with her physically. Some of us are not going to ascend physically, and that's not a big deal, right? It's just part of this ascension process, because they all get training. We all be trained, whether here physically or on that astral etheric plane, right? And you can then choose even your 5D body and reconnect with us, when the time is right. So because we're eternal, remember, your soul is eternal. You are everlasting. You're immortal, and you are timeless. You're limitless, right? But we have to exit the matrix of those vampires that they wanted their immortality through immorality, right? Keeping us in extremely low frequency vibration, right? And then, people are, just partying, right? Drinking, driving and drinking, and watching porn, and right, cookout and superfood and all these kind of heavy duty sport density kind of just events, right? What feeds your soul? Start embody more of the divine energies, right? That's why those are the females here, female body. We have the womb, right? So we are bringing those cosmic divine female energies here online, so we can heal. And those guys in the military can deprogram and heal their divine masculine energies, okay? So they can be the true spiritual warriors, right? The real commanders, the defenders of truth and divine justice. So this is my project, right? This is what I do. This is my mission. This is my assignment, guys. Important to also always, each and every day, ask yourself, who am I? Why did I come here to this planet? What is my mission? What are my gifts and talents, right? Walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion, right? Walking those energies of grace. That's part of the Galactic Codex, right? Systemized code of ethics we're implementing for the new Earth jurisdiction. At the same time, everything goes to the law of one, the cosmic sovereign law. The Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant is here in order to override the structure of that Luciferian covenant, right? Since the Atlantis cataclysm, it blown up because of abuse, misuse of highly advanced crystalline technology. And guess what? This is kind of being repeated with this whole transhumanism, transgenderism, genocidal agendas, eugenics, right? Massacre, this proxy wars with proxy Israel. So time to say no, right? Time to really love ourselves, give ourselves that extra time, for us to be aware of our breath, who we truly are, remembering who we truly are, right? And just kind of raising the frequency vibration, being mindful, right? And drinking distilled water, superfood, organic fruits and vegetables, listening to solfeggio tones, going to some transcendental meditations, or doing at home, Nakchamba, light a candle, right? A sound bath healing, so the 432 hertz, guys, or 5 to 8 hertz, right? That help you to restore your DNA, because we're changing. We're going from that carbon-based DNA into crystalline DNA. And yesterday I had just a couple of French fries. I think they use olive oil, but also canola oil, like half and half. And I just immediately felt congested. I didn't feel good, right? So I had to drink more water. And then when I got back home, it was kind of late, but I still had to cook my veggies, right? With my organic spices, with my organic virgin coconut oil, and calm myself down, do some energy cleansing, because we see like hundreds of people. I see at work every day, right? Even though it's a small restaurant, but we're so busy and running the food and cleaning tables, and oh my goodness, right? And the kitchen looks kind of interesting, and dealing with all kinds of personalities there, all kinds of energies, guys. So the crystalline technology, this is within your DNA, and that's what represents your consciousness. This is all rebirthing. It's coming online, guys. And so the Ascension symptoms, we have to be very patient with that, because all this old stuff, to me, it's all crumbling. So many things are not working. Getting out of that comfort zone is not easy, but it is the way to go, and embrace the unknown. And through walking in grace, you start making that unknown known through living your life. Start living your life. Start loving yourself, forgiving yourself, and imagining a bright future. Yeah, being in those communities with ETs, with their technology, right, for healing, for cleaning the planet, the ocean, the soil, the water, and so on. The free energy, Tesla energy, right? Beautiful gardening, beautiful gardens. To me, for Ayurveda restaurants, the yoga centers, Zen gardens. Okay, this is kind of the communities that I am creating from within. I have my website. I have these kind of documents in Word being downloaded on my website as well. So I'm sharing that with those who are interested, or trying to inspire you, empower you for your community, right? When you start embracing who you truly are, remembering who you truly are, transmuting that darkness, or making that unknown known, right? And seeing the shadow, right? And for me, the shadow is from these Illuminati lineages, the bloodline with the Draco, hybrid Anunnaki, right? The power elite, the mafia kind of family that could be committing crimes against humanity. And some of the souls, they were trapped there, they were blackmailed, or because of which last time we talked about these archonic, genetically engineered parasite, the suppressive parasite entities, SPE. You can Google that on Ascension glossary, right? Or Lisa Renee energetic synthesis. And again, it was done to me. It's horrible. Their advanced technology, the parasite that they put into your aura energy field, especially when you are a star seed, you're a targeted individual. So they really needed to get rid of this body, right? They cannot have this body being a portal of ascension, and then exposing the wrongdoings in the military, and especially in those higher places and positions, and like DARPA and all these robotics, skeletonics, cybernetics, and all these projects that they were involved in, and so on, right? The Dark Cabal, and the SSP, and Project Stargate and Pegasus, and they can move the orbit of the planet, right? So that's the directed energy weapons. This is how highly advanced they are. So again, understanding the agenda of those negative aliens, the exopolitics, the ascension mechanics, guys. So I'm very thankful, grateful for those who are either watching or who are interested in this kind of subject, because we need to, there has to be more of us, right? Healing ourselves, like understanding what is going on, right? That we've been trapped here in this extremely low frequency vibration. That was the AI red wave. I talked about it last time, like, even my starseed, my, indigo warriors who ended up then in interstate organization MC under MIC under DARPA, right? How this reversal was running, it's running in their aura energy field, in their light body. So how in the world, how can you ascend, right? You need the Ascension Merkaba vehicle with proper spin, proper symmetry, right? So that's why, the healing, because they ended up in that fallen matrix, fallen tree of life. So we have to correct everything with their new Merkaba that is being assembling through, cosmic energy, gamma ray frequencies coming online, doing the inner work, healing, right? We have the project for them to rehabilitate their consciousness, their DNA, their hologram. All this deep programming needs to happen, rewiring of their subconscious mind. But it's for everybody, humanity as well, because we've been trapped here. 1 to D, right? The ego, that all needs to go, transform, transmuted, so we can finally breathe, right? And being in nature and ocean and the sunshine and the green and the mountains and the river and the lakes and the leaves on the tree, it's all healing us, okay? And we're, the 5-star humans, it's all awakening, it's all coming online. People with their ascension vehicle, expansion of their consciousness, soul embodiment, guys. That's how you are exiting the matrix. Compassionate witness, right? Forgiveness, working on your project, the superfood, listening to solfeggio tones, writing things down, journaling, right? Being creative. What is your passion, right? Very important, or mission, and so on. That's what raises your frequency vibration. Here I'm talking about the Maimonitic family, right? My soul siblings and so on. There's already 7, 8, and 9 dimension. These are the societies that were infiltrated, right? The 7D, all these teachings of the Ascended Masters, and Madame Blavatsky, and Alice Bailey, right? That was infiltrated through the Black Magic Grid and the Aleister Crowley and the OTO, the Baphomet Network, and the Black Sun Operations, the Belial Group, the controlling group serving the agenda of those negative aliens. So some of them you see they're in human form, or they're humanoid, like you see me, humans, right? But I operate cosmically, galactically, and I deal even with aliens. I deal with the hybrid Anunnaki, Nazi, Pleiadian faction. That's the lineage of the Ashtar, right? So that's why the Ashtar Galactic Command, we're the ground crew, and helping with the liberation, because there's also hostage situation, right? That's transpiring. Those who are exposing the truth, the whistleblowers, what's being done to them, right? Even the WikiLeaks, right? And what happened there in the Middle East, you see all these footages, right? And what happens to those individuals who are speaking their truth or who are exposing it. organically, and there's evidence, physical evidence of what is happening. So that's why the 12D shielding, the protocol that I have, the armor of God and the unity meditation, and understanding energies and universal laws, it's all coming online. Everybody's responsible. What goes around comes around, right? Everything moves in a circle of motion. Law of cause and effect. That's actually it's 7D. I also have like a Saturnian energy. So if you look at the universal laws, 7 chakra, 7 dimension, law of cause and effect, everything is accounted for. So everything was done to me, right? I am embracing all that, acknowledging all that, healing all that. I have the project, and those guys were participating on total destruction of this body, right? But because of AI, this body is still walking, talking, doing what needs to be doing. Even I have to work, right? I have to support myself here financially, right? Even dealing with aliens and with DARPA and with Zetas, with the cabal, the dark cabal, right? They need to now correct their actions. They need to apologize. They need to repent. They need to choose love. They need to be compassionate. Also, what happened to them, because they themselves were abused, violated, tortured, raped, all this sodomy and so on, right? So we can ascend, or we can reconnect, and work on the project, right? Galactically, we're the galactics here. So the ET exposure, very important, and we are, or ET disclosure, right? And we're exposing the wrongdoings in the military, and it is what it is, and now it's surfacing. More and more people start seeing things, right? We already experience all these things, right? I didn't understand anything what happened to me more than a decade ago, and where would I go to talk about these kind of things? Now, unfortunately, also so many people are suffering. They're going through extremely challenging situations, and here, in the United States, now it's America again, 13 colonies, that kind of blueprint with the militia, right? With the Rosicrucians of the Christos Essene Templars. We're resurrecting the blueprint of King Arthur, the Ruby Ray lineages, the Red King and the White Queen, right? Those are cosmic, kind of mystical images, symbology, right? We are resurrecting the blueprint, how America was founded upon those kind of energies, right? Of freedom, of mercy, of compassion, the teachings of the ascended masters, of the Rosicrucians, of the Tibetan masters. So again, back to the monadic group, right? 9D, that's where these secret societies were infiltrated. And all this Luciferianism and what is it, the Bohemian Grove, or somewhere in California. And then if you're a president, a politician, or high-ranking military officer, or if you're joining SWAT or military, right, MC and so on, and if you're of that Nazi, or if you're of that Christos Templar, right, you're being brutally abused, violated, and tortured, and then you're part of so-called secret societies. But no, I'm talking about secret societies of, like I said, Madame Blavatsky. You talk about yoga, Ayurveda, or Hinduism, Buddhism, telepathy, telekinesis, teleportation, or right, telepathy, pure communication, ET, extraterrestrials, and so on. So we have to resurrect the true teachings of the secret societies, of the Rosicrucians and of the Essenes, with the Gnostica, Mystica, Esoterica, metaphysical stuff, guys, because we're sound, light, frequency, vibration. We're 99.9% energy, okay? So evolution, it's all about evolution, it's all about growth. So even like the divine justice, or the cosmic disclosure, is all about evolving, growing, right? And remembering who we truly are in our mastery. We came here to be, again, the Christos avatar, not the digital avatar that is being done through this AI 10D Saturnian Niburian matrix, right? Black magic and so on. So from here, that's my project, switch from here to here. That's what my project, my teachings are all about. So I'm taking a deep breath. I still have maybe a couple of minutes. This is a historical timeline trigger event that I downloaded from Ascension Glossary. And because we've been dealing with the Orion Wars 20 million years ago. That's when the Orion was infiltrated by the Visa Drive entities from the Visa system and other fallen matrix, parallel universes and so on. And they kind of, we were here in this blended reality, guys. So, and now it's so-called the bifurcation or trifurcation. We are the column of light shining bright, helping those on those high rank, high positions switch to this. Those who are choosing, of course. We have a DARPA project and for veterans and so on, right? So we've been here in blended, you see the blended realities. Even so many people think that Akhenaten was Luciferian, No, those were the OTO, the Ordo Templi Orientis, those Satanists, the Aleister Crowley, the whole black magic, the Saturnian kind of matrix of inversion, right? They even inverted the violet flame. They did so many things, like those were the keepers of the violet flame, or those are the keepers of the ascension timelines, right? We're the targeted individuals. They did horrible things to us. So it's time for them to say, we're sorry, so apologize, and time to help me with the project, and start helping humanity and helping others. But of course they need lots of healing, lots of help, lots of transformation needs to happen in their consciousness and rehabilitation within their DNA and their hologram, and they need to be deprogrammed. So you see how we have to work together, like humanity, and even the Kabbalah, the Illuminati, and the ETs and the aliens who are choosing the ascension, right? Has to be the heart center, the higher heart, AD. That's what we recommend. Embrace your soul essence and who you are, and embody the 7D. That's your planetary 7D, that's your planetary logos. And through your AD, right, this is the golden ray, AD, a higher heart, higher chakra, sacred heart, right? We can all come to that kind of middle point, halfway, right? Even talking about the North and South America, right? The unification, all that. So the eagle and the conquered, right? Just kind of minged together and creating this beautiful vortex of ascension energies, of the portal of ascension, of healing, of transformation, the crystalla spiral, not being on that fib of no chi and downward spiral, right? The fragmented consciousness, right? The finite. So from how to get from here to here, right? So we're healing, we're with a column of light shining bright. We are transmitting the cosmic energies here. We are walking those energies of love and faith and trust and grace and gratitude and compassion, right? The law of grace, which is part of the Galactic Codex, guys. So very important to understand these teachings. And this is a construct, it's a concept for you guys to understand that, right? Kind of explaining it the way, kind of how I understand it. So 20 million years ago, there was the Lyran Wars, Orion Wars, all this victimizer programming. You know how that happens, like even in family structure, right? Your parents, like they're they're the gods, they know everything and they punish you. And then you as a child, oh my goodness, what is this all about? What is happening to me? And then if you're not transmuting your shadow of your ancestors, right? Of that lineage, like me, we have to end the cycle of those probably from that 20 million, from millennia, for hundreds, thousands of years. Okay, well then you become like your parents, and then you have your children and you do the same thing to your children. So that's the victimizer consciousness. What is being done to me, I also do to you, like in the negative sense, right? Now I'm going to bully you, now I'm going to victimize you, I'm going to torture you. I am going to make you feel unhappy and miserable. So many people, they're doing actually on a very subtle level, and they're very good at it. And I can even see it at work. And it's just kind of yeah. There are two people, they already left. One, actually, she had to go. She was so emotional, she couldn't take it. Vibrationally, emotionally, it was just too much. So she just left in the middle of her shift. Somebody had to quickly go, she's a bartender. And the other guy came late, and he was kind of suspended, and he chose not to come back. And now he has his own little shop. He's doing woodwork, right? I help him to kind of correct his title, because you have to have high vibration. Don't use that word, in your business. And so things are changing. Things will never be the same, guys, and we're moving forward. Time, instead of reverse, right? having your car on reverse constantly, and worried and guilt and blame and shame and victimizer and all this stuff. Time to finally have your shift gear forward, right? And how can I help others? How can I help myself? How can I heal, raise my frequency vibration? How can I be more positive? How can I not be afraid of my shadow? How to transform, transmute, the karma of my lineage, because I'm on a path of karma. So for me, all about karma, transformation, transmutation, not only on that, family lineage, soul lineage, but also we go galactically and universally. So for me was the relationship, right? The family, and here the military, okay? And not only, the hybrid Anunnaki, but also I deal with Zetas, so aliens, and of course I have Draco DNA, and I have the monarchy, like you have the Christos monarchy, the royals, right? The royal nobility, military family, but also I have like the alien races all merged together. Like last time I was talking about, I'm like the Nazi and the Jew, or I'm the Rosicrucian and the Jesuits, and we all are melting pot mixture of all, these DNA timelines and mutations and hybridizations and so on. But these energies, right? The Ascension, we have the technology, and includes AI, that actually can help you resurrect your DNA to your true divine original blueprint. So there's there is AI that recognizes the heart structure, and those who are the hybrids, we're the hybrids. I even have a, technology within me, because we're dealing with DARPA, electronic implants, nanobots, right? All these motherboards, they can insert. And I had a huge big surgery on my back. So I have a spine now, like of an 11-year-old girl, right? I had lots of surgeries that had to be done on a spacecraft by, the Galactic, especially the Pleiadians. I guess they have all these plasma kind of pyramidal structure healing technologies that they had to resurrect whatever it needs to be resurrected, heal my body. The technology is here. And even for the negative ones, and for those who abuse this body, who targeted it, who came in that shadow bodies, the Dracos, the Alpha Draconis, for them is a proof that we have the technology to override their technology, that they're harming humanity with all this transhumanism, transgenderism, and turning humanity into cyborgs, right? So even though you're halfway there, you got boom, 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 and especially in the military, everybody got boom, 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 okay? And I was watching somebody, actually, a Czech girl, and she was in Sweden. She has her like boyfriend. He's, I think, half Swedish, half Czech, but they're back. She's back in Czech, but how she was miserable in Sweden. And I just think about the Stockholm syndrome and this whole mind control, and how even I learned when I was growing up that the little kids or teenagers, they have sex very early. They're all naked there, and it's supposed to be normal. And when this thing came, and even before that, so many the Swedish people, they got chips, very young individuals, and for them it's normal for Swedish people to get as much as this and just be totally hooked to that AI cloud of the negative aliens. And some of them, they're actually like almost innocent soul, like the innocent beautiful nurse. She was from Tennessee, right? They were one of these first one doing the experimentation when in 2020, and she dropped right in front of everybody. And to me, she never recovered. She died. And she was beautiful angelic soul, but I know that what she was saying didn't match with the truth of her soul. And that's why very important in disclosure communities, guys, right? When we're doing the cosmic disclosure, and especially in that, military or, that galactic realm, you have to read the energy. Somebody was doing beautiful disclosure. It was great, but he was talking about Saddam Hussein and the weapons of mass destruction. Like there's so much proof, right? Even though U.S. Congress that with their Masonic gable, now we gotta go on war on Iraq. There was a war on terror. They have to go to Iraq, right? Even though there was a proof, and so so they were showing pictures, right, of, I thought it was Saddam Hussein. They were talking about Saddam Hussein, and I saw the picture, and I was just totally startled, like, oh my goodness, this is Saddam Hussein, right? I couldn't believe it. This powerful energy, extremely powerful energy, whether of Solar Christ, Archangel Michael, right, of those Christos lineages, of the monarchs, the Magic Grail lineages, of the holy grails, all these roles, lineages. So I go back to this picture, I have to listen to it and just go back to this picture, and I do see Hussein, but it was Sharid Ali Al Hussein. So I'm sorry, I had to Google it, and he is Iraqi monarch, and very powerful soul, like very powerful lineage. I connect the Magic Grail lineages and the Zoroastrianism and Ahura Mazda, and I love Arabic language. If I could, I would love to speak Arabic. I love Aramaic. I mean, I only speak Aramaic, what is it, the Lord's Prayer, right? But it's, funny how they didn't say anything about this guy, this Iraqi monarch. They were talking about Saddam Hussein, right? Weapons of mass destruction, and they showed picture of Sharid Ali Al Hussein. Well, I'm glad now I know who that is, but it's a goulash in the disclosure. People don't read energies, and they're talking of somebody, and they're showing picture of somebody else and not really recognizing the energies. And then a couple of years ago, I'm watching this Czech general, and they were there in 2003, early, spring, and they talked to this Iraqi, and hey, so show us, so where are the weapons of mass destruction? So the Iraqi guy, some kind of, the normal guys, like farmers, they come, okay, I'll show you. So they go to this place, like an old place, old warehouse, whatever, old artillery, like old military weapons. Like there's no harm, anything, that would come. It's old stuff, Afghanistani, right? So they're okay, so these are the weapons of mass destruction, those Czech generals. So on the way back, right, they see Americans landing. They're coming to Iraq. They're landing or coming to Iraq. And again, this is what I heard he's saying, the Czech general. The Americans are here. They already bought the war. It's time for us to leave, okay? I'm just citing. And yeah, it was said in Czech. And the same guy, the Czech general, was saying about the same thing in situation in Ukraine. The war was because they want to grab the land. It's all about land grabbing. Just what happened in Hawaii, or what happened in Paradise, right? They are using directed energy weapons, guys. So people, unfortunately, now they're going through suffering and challenging situations because we starseeds, we already done this. It already happened to us. Those who've been recovering or trying to understand things for 2 decades, like Lisa Renee, she's been doing this work for 20 years, and she's been not suspended, but she's been censored since 2010, right? For us, this is nothing new, what is happening. That's nothing new under the sun. That's why we have the project. We talk about the Ascension. Extremely important to understand the Ascension mechanics. We have the Guardian Ascension protocol for you. Important, read the energies, know who you truly are, know your story, transmute your ego, your shadow, right? Man minus ego equals God. Very important, and especially also the military disclosure and so on, the Red Trident, right? And the DARPA, right, minus their shadow, their rogue AI equals freedom, right? So that's why we have to talk about even their AI that doesn't recognize the heart structure. We talk about the AI hybrid nanotechnology, the bioweapons, boom, 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 the Nazi rolling. That needs to be discussed in order to be transformed, transmuted. And there are documents of extremely powerful scientists, right? And I forgot even his name and so on, but they knew the intracorporeal network, how that all operates. It's all being documented. It's all being proved. There's so much confirmation, guys. They are using the negative ones, the cabal, the dark ones, the elite, the controllers. They are using extremely highly advanced technology, okay? And they're experimenting on human population, and first, of course, on starseeds. They don't want starseeds to be here. And this is not 4D. If 4D, if we are talking about only 4 dimension, right? I mean, the starseeds would not be here, right? Somewhere, only this kind of vibrational range. We would not be here. We are talking the chakra column and so on. We are talking, let me see, where do I put the graph? We're talking about those who are intent, we are talking about their entire Nephilim reversal grid, the black magic grid, the whole Nephilim kind of a reversal grid. We're talking about the Niburian transaction transmissions. Niburian, what is it? Electrostatic transductions. This is what we are talking about. Their technology is 10D, 11D, right? So that's why the star seeds are here. Even the Alpha Draconis, or from also Alpha Centauri, extremely aggressive entities, right? Those are on cosmic level, galactic level. So that's why we came here to transmute that as already being ascended, being the Christos avatar. And coming here, it's total sacrifice, to be disassembled, to be totally desecrated, to be also tortured and raped and so on. This is the service work that we do. And we're not really much being understood and not even being appreciated, because we talk about the darkness and talk about, things that people, I guess, don't want to hear. Satanism, Luciferianism, but again, those are the true warriors. I mean, those who really came here to be the change that you want to see in the world, right? So this is very important information. Okay, so very important. So the millions of years ago, guys, that's what we've been dealing with, this Lyran Orion wars. And so the main galactic war history of human holocaust, the Lyra Elohim overseeing 5D Earth seeding. So that was the 5D Earth seeding 20 millions of years ago. And what it came out, it was then the genetic hatred. So when the 5D Earth humans, angelic humans, were seeded, it already created a hatred, or the hybridization became, and the black hole entities, right? They kind of were hybridizing, or kind of breeding with the Earth angelic humans, and that's what created the seed of Antichrist conflict 20 millions of years ago. Okay, the Lyran Orion wars. 5 million years ago, so there was the electric wars. There was the race war over first root race, and that's where humanity, the angelic humans, were separated from their 12 strands of DNA. And all this fragmentation started happening, and also the 2D, 4D soul split. And that's why all the soul rescue mission already start happening. So we're just continuing. I know this is not the first time I'm helping with Ascension here as the consciousness who I am, who I represent. And, we change bodies, we, change situations and so on. But this is not the first time we're helping also with the grid work, with the soul rescue mission, with the Christos mission, and fulfill the Polyduran covenant and bring the Emerald Order here online, the cosmic order, right? The cosmic sovereign law. So this is not the first time we're doing it. Millions of years ago, there was the 1,000 Years War, and there was war over realities based on the law of one, service to self versus service to others, because the Cabal, the black magicians, they're using the law of reversals, right? That's why I have the credo for the New Earth jurisdiction. That all is kind of Saturnian, Satanic, Luciferian, and so on, and they have technology. They siphon energy from Earth, from humanity, right? From the grids and so on, and all this victimizer, and having us in that extremely low frequency vibration. People also committing horrible things that naturally they would not do it, but that's why we come here to start talking about the ancient teachings about yoga, Ayurveda, the inner work, being inner sustained, inner directed. Extremely important, because that's how you can overcome their technology and their kind of AI infrastructure, right? So we all been here just kind of, terrorized, hybridized, dumped down, desecrated, and especially in the military, those guys, right, with their Nazi Neuralink, their bioneurology is being totally invaded, right, and their DNA damaged. And then, of course, you see them committing all these crimes, and people want to have like a physical proof. But if you don't understand energy behind it, how in the world do you want to do your disclosure, or how do you want to then talk about tribunals if you don't really understand the agenda of those negative aliens, if you don't read the energies, and if you don't, even understand there are these psychotronic weapons and the voice to skull technology, I had all that in me. So I'm talking through my own direct experiences, okay? And so that's they have to learn how to, time for everybody, how to be of service. That's why we're recommending people have your own project. What is your passion? Why did you come here to this planet? What are your gifts and talents? How can you help others? And so first Draco and Anu hybrid root races start being created, and that was the Elohim and Anunnaki wars. That was 1 million years ago. And then we had Nephilim War 75,000 years ago, the Anunnaki breeding program, second seeding attempt of Nephilim, rejected by Elohim. So what happened with the second seeding of the humans, right? The Anunnaki start breeding with the earth humans, and that was the Nephilim race, and that was rejected by the Elohim. Those are the Christos founder races, 11 dimension. They're safeguarding the 11D gate. That was the Lyra, the cradle of the human civilization. So Melchizedek and Anu DNA fracture, and that was the 666 seal in quarantine in solar system. And then we had the Lemurian Holocaust, Atlantean Holocaust, and the Luciferian Rebellion Armageddon program 26,000 years ago, guys. So again, I'm not going to read all these things, but this is the information that I am reading from, that I'm sharing with you. This is what I'm studying, and this is what I'm kind of exposing, I'm talking about. This is Galactic Cosmic. This is not easy, this is not for everybody, but those who are on the kind of disclosure timeline, who have that mission, or that's their duty, responsibility, also to be powerful leaders of the new golden age in Aquarius, right? Or resurrecting the timelines of Atlantis, of Lemuria, of that positive ascension, right? On that Kristalla spiral. So to me, it's very important to understand, the timelines, what really happened now, what is transpiring in the physical plane that actually is nothing new on the sun's been going on for millions of years, right? And thousands of years, the agenda of this transhumanism, transgenderism, genocide. And you can actually trace it till, let me see, Lisa Renee, she's got her, the 9/11 timeline is very important to understand that what really happened. What was this 9/11 all about? 9/11 trigger event, the New World Order agenda for AI false timeline propagation, right? And it was to control the earth timelines, and they want to totally circumvent. They don't want to allow the ascension to happen, even though their technology was showing them. Their looking glass technology was showing that the earth is going through extremely powerful portal of ascension energies, okay? And there's nothing they can do. And so they were informed, they were told, they were also warned. We're constantly helping them, and looks like only 30% of the DARPA ball is finally choosing to let go, let God, and surrender, and be reformed, be rehabilitated, because God is God. I am that I am. And it's for everybody, for humanity, for aliens, for starseeds, for the elite, for the mafia, for people of goodwill, politicians, people who have their small businesses, or people even who are homeless, people who are helping others, musicians, scientists, technicians, religious people. Oh my goodness, that's going to be very interesting, right? To do yoga inner work, because there is so much fear in that religion. And again, I'm speaking from my own experiences, okay? And so, the NAA, it carries out AI transhumanist agenda, and we're on a Starseed Christos mission to repair the Ascension timelines. So this is what we do, guys. So again, I hope I inspired you, empower you. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I am going to downtown here. I have something to do. And of course, I want to go to the beach before I go to work. Have a lovely, lovely day, or morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Many blessings, and namaste. I'll talk to you next time.